Happy Samhain, Virgo, and all seekers who are tuning in to see their Virgo placements. Virgo for November. I'm working with the Londa Tarot. I've had it for years. I love it. Very artsy. Virgo. Something, okay, your energy is very intense and very focused. Surprise, surprise, but very scorpionic. You're really swimming in this Scorpio season, aka November. I feel like it's going to do wonders to your artistry, speaking of, and to the way you think. I mean, Scorpio is your third house. The sun is in Scorpio. Mars just moved into Scorpio. That's a lot of active energy. I think your mind will finally go back to being laser focused on your crafts, and how you manifest from your mind, how you work with your subconscious, King of Wands. It's been very muddled and very confusing. Libra season had some, it really tested you. It really tested your ability to stay calm. And I feel that November is going to make you feel like you're back to your power, like you're back within yourself. And the King of Wands here says, Virgo's in the house. Virgo's back, baby. I got this. It's very center of attention type of energy. 9 ways of seeking it, but ways of like you're taking care of business, and you're the creative force behind things. So it's inevitable. People look up to you. Show me more, please, for Virgo. 9 of Cups. With the King of Wands, this could be a wish fulfillment when it comes to something creative or an endeavor that you are on. Could be a business that you're starting, a startup. Could be something that you wrote. Could be something that you are a key player in. I don't know why I'm picking up the word board games. This is probably for like one or two of you, but for those of you that it's not about that, take it as an analogy. Or like, it's like something very whimsical. I feel like you're treating life as a board game. You're like, you know what? I'm done looking at this from a realistic point of view. I've done the realism. I've mastered the realism, the practicality, the detail. Now I want to take all of that and put it into fantasy and make it come true, right? Because you, like Taurus, it's a manifestor energy, it's a producer energy, and you're like, I just want to do what I love. I just want to be where I desire to be. I want to spend time with someone that brings those sides out of me. Someone is being cheeky with you. Let's let Virgo show us what they got. Let's see if Virgo can step up to the plate. Oh, Virgo can step up to the plate. You're like, seriously, you think you're testing me? Okay, I'll entertain. Okay, I'll play. I'll play the game that I've mastered. I'll play the game that I've created and then mastered. So you purchase the thing that I created, and then you're trying to test me to see if I know what I'm talking about in regards to the thing that I created. Justice. Have I said Happy Samhain? I'm recording this on Halloween. I don't need a costume. Just kidding. I'll dress up later. Justice. Make sure your work is protected legally. Make sure your work is, you already made sure, okay, then you're golden. If your work is protected, if the contract is clear, if the copyright is clear, you're golden. Worst case scenario, you'll sue their ass and make a lot of money and wreck their career. On that note, if you create something that is really, really important to you, make sure to copyright it in the Library of Congress. Don't be lazy on that one. Mm-hmm. The Aries-Libra axis is coming up. The I am versus the we, with the King of Wands and Justice here. Three of Pentacles. There's something you don't know about this cooperation. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but there's something yet to unfold. It's someone has a rabbit up their sleeve. I'm not saying it's a bad rabbit. It could be like a pink, fluffy, cute rabbit, but it's a rabbit, and it's up their sleeve. Is it up your sleeve? Someone is concocting a surprise, like a creative one. It's either you wanting to surprise someone or them wanting to surprise you. So they're not showing you the full picture. They're not showing you the entire concept. It's like when you're receiving sides for an audition and it's top secret and you have to sign a non-disclosure agreement. So it's like a very, very partial part of a scene that doesn't really say much about the storyline, and maybe there's modifications like green will do wonders for your success this month. So wear green if you go on a job, on an interview, on a job application, on an audition. Green. Ace of Wands. The King of Wands. I do have right next to the Justice the Ankh here, so there's some Egyptian symbology coming up. In the Justice card, we can look at her as Ma'at, the Egyptian goddess of justice, who weighs the weight of your heart as you approach the gates of heaven, and it compares it to the weight of a feather. It's an owl's feather, by the way. And if your heart is lighter than the feather, then you may enter. And if it's not, if it's heavier, then we need to go back to the cycle of reincarnations for a do-over. The Ace of Wands here, it's fire. It's like, yeah, you passed. Yeah, your heart is lighter than a feather. Yeah, you're the real thing. You're the real deal. You got that thing. That it factor. Picked out of the many. Like a needle in a haystack. You're hand selected, or you're hand selecting something or someone. I think if someone is testing you, you don't know that you're being tested. Like they make it look like it's just a fun interaction, an outing, a game, and they're observing how you behave, how you respond, what you do. Some of you are going to go through a job interview or an audition without knowing that you're going through an interview or an audition. This could be you being on a date and you don't know you're on a date. Someone's kind of inviting you to something seemingly platonic, just to hang out, and they just want to see how you are because they're considering you romantically. Yes, this could be the other way around. If you're cross-watching for a Virgo, this could be the Virgo doing so, or if you are a Virgo, this could be you doing so. Page of Wands. So much mastery of the element of fire. We have a page, a king, and the Ace of Wands. A page, even though is a beginner energy, it still mastered the suit of wands, right? It's still more knowledgeable and more experienced than the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of wands. But they're in a place where they still don't have the responsibilities. They can have fun with it. The simplest example that comes to my mind is like, okay, if you're a Reiki 2 practitioner, you're very knowledgeable in Reiki, you're capable with Reiki, but you're not obligated to teach, because once you go to master level Reiki, then the crown comes with responsibilities. You're obligated to heal, you're obligated to teach, pass it forward. But as a page, or it's like a level 1 or level 2, you know it, but you can do it, you can come back to it. This could be a dating situation where someone is not telling you that they like you, and they're just around you, and it's like lighthearted, platonic, whatever. But they're like checking you out, like top to bottom, like MRI. The Death card. And then the real deal happens, and then shit gets real. Like, okay, Virgo, you know how we did this, did that. We were actually considering you for something. This is what it is. There's like an unveiling of something you've been a part of unknowingly, and maybe you intuitively sensed it, but you weren't quite sure. And now they're like putting it in your face. Virgo, we're considering you for XYZ. Virgo, I think I have feelings for you, and I'm thinking about something real. Virgo, we've been looking, and we've been considering someone for this position and spending time with you. We think you might be great for the job, and so on and so on. It's going to be very transformative, and it's going to be it's going to serve as a very deep transformation. I think it's going to be a catalyst for you to, really expand the way you show yourself in the world. Sorry, 1 second. Like, this has always been you. This has always been your talent. But now, the way it is seen in the world is going to be way bigger, way broader. It's something you might become known for. Six of Swords. It might require some transition when it comes to a move or just a temporary travel. I do see physical movement. I do see you being asked to put certain things behind you. Okay, Virgo, if we're doing this, then you can't do this and that. You know, you can't hang out with your exes, or if it's love, or you can't, you know, also do these little things here and there because it makes you look like less than you are. Okay, you have to align with your status now, with your new status. Sorry, and you can't afford to do, okay, if you're a performer, you can't afford to do these small roles anymore. It's about how you're being perceived, right? Maybe it's a manager, maybe it's an agent, maybe they're telling you, listen, we need to put you on a certain pedestal and set up a price for you, which you can't go below. Okay, so it does require a transition. It does require saying goodbye to certain things, certain habits, certain ways, but that's okay. It's a very positive thing. Show me more for Virgo, please, for November. Nine of Swords. There is something we're saying goodbye to, Virgo, this month of November. November is a month of, you know, make it or break it, of hard lines, end all be all, ride or die. That's the season. That's the season. And even if the next step of the journey is exciting and wonderful and positive, it's still very hard to let go of certain things. And it brings with a level of anxiety, a level of concern, a level of what will be. Nine of Swords right under the Nine of Cups. It will be okay. This could be a blessing in disguise. If something comes to the surface, and it's also the season, if you find out that someone has been trying to deceive you with finances, with legalities, you will be okay. They're not going to win. Justice will win. However, you will take it very personally. I don't think it's a stranger. I think it could be someone close to you that you might perceive as betrayal. The silver lining is at least they're not going to succeed. However, I do understand why it can be hurtful. And Eight of Swords, yeah. Look, I can really only recommend to not give them more power. And when I say not give them more power, I heard power of attorney. Do not give someone you don't fully trust power of attorney, especially if it has to do with your finances. If someone has some sort of a hold on your finances, and they're like, oh, in order for you to send this to you, I just need power of attorney. No. Picking up, if it's a lawyer for the other side especially, obviously if it's your lawyer, it's a case-by-case thing, but if it's something you're not really certain of their agenda, figure out a different way, even hire a lawyer. Don't sell your, don't put something that is important to you on the line just because, you want to look like the nice person, or you don't want to hurt their feelings or something. This is someone that doesn't care about your feelings. I hate to say this. It pains me to say this. It's someone that is only looking at their own best interests. They are willing to throw you under the bus for that sake. It will come as a shock because I think it's someone you expect for them to care about you or like you. I hope it's not a family member, although of course it could be anything, but it's something that you will take personally. So if that's the case, my recommendation is to be very cold and detached and not try to appease them or to give them what they want just because you want, to maintain good relationship with. If they're doing that, what it looks like, then they don't care about maintaining good relationship with you, obviously. They're butchering the relationship with you, if anything. So don't give them any more than that. And you might find yourself going into the place of like, I can't believe you did this to me. Why would you do this to me? And being really in pain. And it's like supernatural, super legitimate. However, keep in mind, it's up to you. It's not going to help. It's not going to change. It's not going to make them feel sorry and change their mind or change their ways. They're very, very fixed, very, very stubborn. There's a level of cruelty there. And also abuse. This is someone you may have suffered abuse from. Very much could be emotional abuse, verbal abuse, narcissism, really deep levels of manipulation, of emotional manipulations, coercion, shaming, all the words. And I think you've suffered enough. And this is someone that made you feel like there's something wrong with you when they were constantly hurting you. Like, how dare you be offended, or how dare you be hurt by this? And it's like, by the book offensive, by the book hurtful. Like, it's also very disrespectful to your intelligence. It's like punching you in the face and be like, what's the problem? What's wrong with me punching you in the face? Supernatural, it's how I express love. I didn't mean to, it was a mistake. I just so happened to have made a fist and aim it right at your, face. You understand what I mean? Like, it's terrible. And they've gone to this level of being able to, of thinking that it will work because some of you, it's someone that has been doing that for you, to you for years. Little by little, they've stretched more and more they've been stretching your boundaries more and more. Let's see how Virgo can. Well, Virgo took that, so Virgo will take this as well. Will accept this as well. So, Virgo, please reach your boiling point. Please say no more. Virgo, you don't love me. Be like, no. I mean, I do spiritually because you're my family member, my soulmate, my partner for years, my teacher, whatever this person is for you, right? But I don't love what you're doing to me, and I'm not accepting this. So think what you want. Does it even matter? Don't try to explain. Just be like, no. This is a situation where you just need to be like, no. Now, I feel like this is separate than how the reading started. It's like another aspect of the reading. All the good stuff that we saw are very much so relevant, and I feel like they're a different, just a different theme, a different topic. I see two people that are really, really like not seeing eye to eye anymore. There's just no more resolution. It's just enough is enough. There's an ending here that needs to be had. It's been stretched to its limit. You don't want this 8 and 9 of swords to become a 10 of swords. Just listen to it now. Okay. It's a testy month. There are good tests and there are like really painful ones. Just focus on the good test. Just be amazing, awesome you. And the bad ones just, intentionally fail. Be like, no. Oh, I didn't pass your test. You think I don't love you now? Okay, sure. Because it's not what they're actually going through. They're not actually, oh no, Virgo doesn't love me anymore. I'm in so much pain. No, they're like, I can't believe this didn't work. I didn't get what I want. How dare Virgo not fall for my crap? If you're dealing with a Scorpio or with a Gemini, I am sorry. This is... Because shadowy Scorpios and shadowy Geminis are savage mean. Savage mean. 3 Scorps and Gemmies, I said the shadowy aspects. Okay? Every sign has a shadowy and light aspect. Knight of Cups, and in the midst of all that, there's possible love. Someone that is just around, supportive. Could be a good friend, but it looks romantic, honestly. Someone that just sees you and just kind of wants to keep your mind off of the drama. But things seems to be working out pretty well towards the end of the month. Again, it might come with emotional disappointment from someone, but it will work out in your benefit, and they won't succeed if you won't let them succeed. Simple. And it's not going to be hard for you to recognize. It's not going to be, I don't know, is this the case? It will be so clear. It will be so clear, like, I don't see any question mark about this. The only question mark is what you'll choose to do about it. But you'll know that this is it. Archive this reading. Come back to this a few weeks from now. I recommend doing that with all my readings, by the way. You're cutting something from your life. It's like, and it's been there for so long. You're just cutting it out. Now it's time. It's definitely time. Okay. So I'm going to pull an I Ching for you guys now, feeling inspired to do so. And after this, I will continue this reading in the extended. Link is below. It's available on Vimeo and on Patreon. Please be sure to check out Patreon, where all the magic is. And thank you so much for my patrons and channel members for the reciprocity. You make this possible. I appreciate it very much. And keep in mind, guys, seekers, on Patreon, you get a lot of content. It goes deep. Speaking of going deep, Tarot Masterclass, if you want to study tarot for me and go through a shamanic journey with me as you're studying it. 90 pre-recorded classes. Very wholesome. Check it out. It's below. You can separately rent the episodes, or you can have all of them. It's really up to you. You can just treat it as a library where you're occasionally checking in to see, oh, I want to know about this card, or I want to know about that card, because every card has its own class. Or you can just go through the entire process and take all of it, whatever works for you. Okay. Yes, also Karmic Shift and Liberation. Karmic Shift and Liberation is available for separate purchasing on Vimeo, but it's also available for unlimited streaming, all the signs on Patreon. Oh, and at the end of the extended, I will pull runes. We do rune readings. I Ching. I've been waiting for a card to come out. I Ching for Virgo, please. I do want to check who's this Knight of Cups. So I might pull another tarot card here now for you guys. I Ching for Virgo. For November, please. Spirit. Message from the I Ching for Virgo, please. Thank you. Number 55. I do not know them by heart. I will read from the book. But I'm going to let you take a look. Okay. All right. 55. Abundance. Yep. Abundance. Above thunder, below fire. Lightning and thunder, a brief period of success. Lightning and thunder are fleeting phenomena, sometimes occurring faster than we can fully perceive them. So too does success sometimes burst upon the scene, only to quickly vanish. One should enjoy times of unexpected abundance and not try to hold on to them or grow discouraged if the abundance wanes. Not everyone is meant for lasting success, but the periods of brilliance are gifts nonetheless. This is not to say that the success that is obviously coming is not meaningful or will lead to a loss. No, it's going to be a really surprising, positive, abundant success. And life is about the moments that make the whole journey, right? So it's one of them, and it's a really positive one. Cool. Actually, I want to read you also because the bottom of the deck is number 13, because we have the Death card, and 13 is the number of the witch. And of the divine feminine, by the way. It's not a contradiction, it's the same thing. Witch means wise woman. Check out on my 13th element playlist my video titled What is a Witch? What's a witch? Something like that. Okay, number 13. Fellowship. Above heaven, below fire. Fire under heaven. Unity within diversity. Oh, I like that. A signal fire burning under an open sky can be seen for miles if conditions are right. Such a fire will draw allies and kindred spirits. Congenial fellowship in public will attract more people to your cause. A diverse alliance that shares common goals can accomplish even the most difficult of tasks. Love it. Okay, and I did say we're going to check out this Knight of Cups, and we'll go deeper into this reading in the extended. Anything you want to tell? Okay. 6 of Cups. This could be someone coming from the past with regrets and being like, but Virgo, I love you. If it's something you want to try again, it's an opportunity. You could. If it's not, it's up to you. But this is... Oh, you know what? It can also be someone that you've known for a while. That were hiding something. Maybe they were hiding feelings. This could be someone that didn't tell you or didn't show you that they have feelings for you. Or that there's something more than meets the eye. Or maybe this could be someone that, you know, has been hiding something, not in ways of like, not a malefic secret, but it's something very, very personal that they've been carrying with them. They haven't been sharing with the world. And so someone might share it with you. Someone that you... It might surprise it because you're like, really? What? But, you know, it could be as simple as a close friend coming out of the closet. You know, but it could be anything. It could be really, really anything. I'll see you in a second in the extended. Thank you for being here. Subscribe if you're new. My name is Morgane, by the way.